So this is the Unit 1, Section 4 video, or possibly videos. The first part of the notes just talks about how deaf people, deaf children learn ASL and kind of the history of that. So that's something to read on your own. The first grammar note talks about multiple meanings. So ASL has its own grammar, structure, and style that are designed for the eyes, not for the ears. ASL makes visual sense and evolved in a community of people who do not hear. Remember, the sign in ASL changes depending on the meaning of the word in English. One common English word that is not signed literally is the word get or got. And it has multiple signs depending on the meaning. So the base sign or the example sign is get, got, to receive, grabbing and pulling towards yourself. To get. That means I literally got it. I literally received it. Another translation is understand, as in I got it. I understand it. Have. I possess it. I have it. I've got it. I have it at my house. I own it. Get their attention. Tap them on the shoulder. Get her attention, please. To get somewhere, to arrive. To arrive is to I got home at. I arrived home. And the last one is to become. So my right hand faces me and it switches around to my left hand facing me. It changed. I become. So I got tired. I became tired. I changed from not tired to tired. So a basic rule of thumb. Don't worry about not knowing specific signs for the English phrases that you're thinking of. Try to communicate the concept. You can point, you can mime or gesture, you can use other signs you know instead of finger spelling the word that you don't know, like get. I got it, meaning I would sign I get it. With experience and practice, you will learn to watch the signer's hands, face, and eyes simultaneously to catch things that you're missing. Just keep practicing, and eventually you will receive the compliment of, you sign like a deaf person. The next note is, where are all the little words like is, to, and are? So all languages have different ways of putting words together to make sentences. If you translate any language word for word, it doesn't make as much sense or it sounds wrong or awkward. The grammar and the syntax, which means the order that the words are put together, of ASL is different than English. ASL doesn't need those little words because these words are already included in the signs. For example, the word thank you in English requires two words, the verb to thank and the object you. ASL uses one sign that incorporates both the verb and the object. When you sign thank you, where does your hand end or finish the sign? Pointing towards the person you're talking to. So thank you already includes the you because I looked at you and I signed it towards you. If I meant to thank somebody else, I would turn to the side and thank that person and be pointing towards them. So this open hand is also part of the formal you, which we haven't learned yet, but I am, you are, thank you. This open flat hand is a way to formally, very politely indicate another person. So this also shows directionality, like I just explained, and we haven't learned that officially either, so that will be included in the future videos also. So when you direct it towards the person you're signing to and you keep your hand pointed out towards them, that includes that you. You don't need to sign thank you. So look at the ASL sentence below. In English, you would say, my name is Kelly, but signing, you would sign conveys the verb to be, I am. It points to me. I don't need I am. I could just sign I or me. And then me or I am named Kelly. Because ASL is different than English, it's important that you learn how to use the language properly. This means respecting how the language is structured, and instead of wondering why it's not more similar to your spoken language. Signed English, if that is your choice, is fine, but this is technically an ASL class, so we teach you ASL whether you choose to use the proper ASL structures or not. No judgment either way. We're just letting you know. Then we have a little bit about facial expressions and non-manual markers. So another difference between ASL and English are the facial expressions on non-manual signals, which is abbreviated NMS. So non-manual signals are part of a sign that are not on the hands. Usually, ASL adverbs are signed by a sign accompanied by eyebrows or eye movement. And ASL adjectives are added to a sign by changing how your mouth, tongue, and lip move. Compared to facial expressions, one important subgroup of non-manuals are facial expressions. Facial expressions, just like we use them when we speak, convey your tone of voice when you sign. So, to show that you're feeling happy when you're signing, and you're signing I'm happy, you should look happy. Sarcasm in ASL is done with facial expressions also. So rolling your eyes or looking bored when you're signing happy shows your true feelings. So this example below, she's saying, I'm not happy, because her facial expression doesn't match the sign. If she is happy, she needs to look it, act like she is. Changing a facial expression modifies the meaning of the sign even when the sign itself doesn't change. So think about facial expressions on a scale or as a range for the sign scared below. So this is the sign for scared or to be afraid. The examples change the facial expression to show those different meanings. There's no meaning changed. It's just the base sign, scared, afraid. I'm not scared at all. Scared, very scared, terrified. So even though you don't know how to sign all of those words, by knowing how to sign scared and by matching your facial expression, you can actually convey many different English words by modifying a single sign. Now, some vocabulary for signing with facial expressions. The first is blank face. Just like we had, this is the sign for blank face. I just bring my hand in front of my face. Bored, usually your one finger up by your nose, because you pick your nose when you're bored. Bored comes out though. Don't actually pick your nose. That's gross. Bored. Excited. Use your middle fingers pointed in and brush up in little circles off of your chest. My circles are coming forward, alternating sides. Excited. Facial expression. It's like your eyebrows wiggling up and down when you change your facial expressions. Facial expression. Next is mad, grumpy, grouchy. Mad, grumpy. You look upset when it happens. Sad. Sad. Sick. Again with your two middle fingers. My right hand, my dominant hand, touches on my head, and my other hand is touching my stomach. Two common places to feel sick. You have a headache or stomach ache. Sick. Sick. Scared or afraid. You can start with your hands closed and open, or you could just bring them in already opened. Scared or afraid. Stressed. Pressing down. Stressed. So I have my S hand and my 5 hand. Stressed. And tired. 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 All right. Next is a little facial expression pep talk. It's normal to feel awkward or uncomfortable making facial expressions that might seem different or false. But with practice, you'll become more confident and skilled. And without your facial expressions matching, you can't sign questions, you can't show that you're interested, you can't even really carry on a normal conversation. So think of learning your facial expressions as a fun challenge. All right, I'm going to end this video here, and there should be a short little video after this with just a few more things.